Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm really excited about this. This is my entry to the $50 bonsai challenge. Now, if you don't know, the challenge was started by Bonsai. Yeah, I'll put the rules here. The idea is to pick your plant, your soil and container, all from the same place. I was nominated by Xavier, so thank you very much for that, buddy. I appreciate that. And this challenge has been really good fun. I've really enjoyed it. It's been an excellent sort of experience, and I can't wait to pass this on to the next people. You'll have to wait to the end of the video to see who I nominate. Now, for my tree, I was actually away. I was up country on holiday whilst I was nominated, and I was going to wait until I came back down, and I thought, no, let's do something different. So I went to the nearest garden centre to where we were, which is near Malvern, which is in Herefordshire, if you know where that is in the UK. So I won't keep you any longer. Let's get straight into the video.
Hot Pocket Craft Centre, Goo?
No, we're here for garden centre only. Garden centre, that sounds good. See plants.
I love this stuff because it's all the organics.
Oh wow, look at all this selection.
I meant just cash, but... That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, that's cool. It's £26.50 that for. That one. White pine. That one's $22.25 as well. That one. Bit interesting colour.
Anyway, say how you really like the colour of it. Tell me.
Tree.
No, not to me, the camera.
The colour of this.
To me, I'm over here.
I really like the colour of this.
What colour is it?
Blue. It's a Picea Edith.
Cool.
Reduced plant section. Plant sale area. This is a great place to find the bargains here. Always a bargain, that's what we like. Let's see what kind of things we can find in here. Burning bush. We would have one of these. That would be cool. Damn it. This area is plants that are sold.
I don't think you're meant to go in there anyway.
Oh. Hey look, I'm paying you to be camera woman.
Are you?
Yes.
Go on then.
So this is a Siberian tree. It's nice, but it's very small leaf size. Motorcycle. Like Cascade style. See?
Oh god, here we go.
If we were to... There's another Edith here. I like the other one. Nice colour. Show the people in there this one later because the graph's really neat. You want to look at this one too. Templehof. Not heard of that before. £26.50. You could just hide the graft under here. The foliage is really cool. That's something different. Interesting. Very small leaf size. That'd be cool. So when we're looking at acers, or maples, whatever you want to call them, we're looking for small leaf varieties. So you've got things like this, with nice big leaves. It's beautiful for a garden tree. When we're looking at bonsai, we're going to look for things, something more like that with a smaller leaf size. It's going to make the tree look more miniature. Nice katsura there. So anything of these will be over budget a bit with things like this. Maybe the smaller stuff? Is this a better place? Who knows? Yeah, so £26.50, so you can get something similar, but just smaller. We're also looking for stuff with a graft that's fairly neat, because then we can try and utilise that. So this one's not too bad. The one I really like is this one, but that one's like 60. That's out of budget for this challenge. So a good point of this challenge is that you've got to be aware of the time of year. In July you can work on tropicals and do repots and things like that. Most of our deciduous plants and other things that we do work on in the spring, this time of year, they would actually quite likely die or definitely suffer from any root pruning this time of year, so something to consider. So for us, this challenge in the summer, for once I'm considering tropicals and things like that, only because you can get so much more work done this time of year. Normally I wouldn't really look around these parts, but it's worth it for today anyway. Here they have a bonsai look. So this is big ficus, which is cool. Actually, 70 quid, that's not even that bad. £70 for that huge ficus, that's cool. You could keep that indoors over the winter, it'd probably be right. Interesting. Oh, I think I want to show them this. So the root structure on this one is really awesome. And I'll show them the fruit that's on it. So that would be cool. We've got a little bonsai here. I suppose that's cheating if you just buy one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Guaranteed real bonsai. Wow. Right, let's get out of here before we sweat to death. So I think this is going to be our winner. I think we're going to go for this. I'll tell you why. So first of all, price is about £30, which is most of the budget, but I think from what we've seen around, you can get a pot and I can reuse this soil. Like I said, it will be coming home with us anyway, so I'll be using a screen and wire at home. So I'll just be carrying this back down. So reason one, obviously, tropical plants are much easier to work on this time of year, much more forgiving with root pruning and general pruning, anything like that. So that's why we've gone for a more tropical plant. The point of this challenge is to do it, you've got to adapt. So I've been nominated in July, and in this country, the typical stuff that I would work with, it's not appropriate this time of year. So I'm going to change it up, do something a bit different, do something I wouldn't normally do, get out there a bit. And I think that's what this challenge is about. So I'm going to embrace that difference, that change. When you go for a citrus plant, I think it has some fairly nice root structure in there, but the best thing would be the root flare at the bottom. And I'm actually fairly happy with the soil that's in there, so I'm going to attempt to reuse that, as well as maybe recycle some soil at home, only because we're running out of time here.
And it matches your t-shirt.
And of course, this lovely citrus matches my top, so I think that was the winner for me. Here we are. Good option as well. Getting closer. That's got a nice pattern in it. Might have to improvise. That'd do, wouldn't it? Oh, that's potentially a very good pot. £2. Just put some drainage in the bottom. Good size. So I have a couple of options for pots. Something like this would be good for your smaller sized trees, but that's going to be a bit small for what we're doing. Now we've picked our tree, it's much easier to pick the size of pot that we're looking for. This is nice and shallow, but I wonder if it's maybe a bit too large. So it's £10 for that. So that one more or less than the other one?
I don't know.
You don't know? That one's nice and shallow.
Yeah, that one is shallow, but also it's a bit wide, and I don't think you need that space. That one's alright.
Yeah. So again, that one's only like £4, that one's 10. Yeah. Isn't that about? I think that's the winner.
Are you trying to catch the fan? Is that what you're doing? There you go.
Amazing, thank you so much, buddy. Really appreciate that.
Good luck on your mission.
I will, thank you very much. I'll be on YouTube in about a week.
Ah, okay. What do we type in to find it?
You could just type in $50 bonsai challenge, and then my channel is Bonsai Cornwall, so if you see that one, that'll be me. But some of the other people have done some pretty cool stuff.
Oh, this is sure to be the winner though.
Yeah, I think, you know what, I think so too, so I'm glad you said that. I appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
So I think we may have to skip from here all the way back down to sunny Cornwall and get this tree potted up when we get home. Thank you very much. Thank you to my camera lady as well for filming today. I really appreciate that. Both my camera ladies, I meant Layla, but Mum as well now.
I'll take it.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys back in Cornwall. Didn't I say sunny Cornwall? So I think advice would be, everyone and their mum's dog will tell you that you can't drill terracotta, etc. You can, right? Masonry drill bit and patience. So as per the rules state, with some recycled mesh. For anyone wondering, I just use plaster as tape, which is a piece of advice I got from our friend Alex, who more than likely will be the first person to comment on this video. So that just provides excellent mesh screen for, I don't know, maybe like £2 or £3 for a whole roll of it. So there you go. Right, now we're gonna get into this. I'll time lapse this bad boy. There, done. No, I wish it was that easy, but so here we are, just cut off that much, as you can see, and already we're at a much better potting depth. So this soil is actually really good. It's kind of like perlite and compost, so you could definitely reuse this. We may chuck some of this into a soil mix. Certainly we'll recycle the bits without roots in, but I'll show you what else we're going to put in for this tree. So for this potting mix, we're going to be using some of this I was given for free, which is a mixture of sort of like stones you'd find in like a fish tank, mix of just some, I know it's quite porous, small particle size stones, which is quite nice. And then we'll mix in with some akadama. You certainly don't need akadama, it is very expensive, but I think proportionally I'll do similar to what Xavier did and just add, say, like £1 or something for the amount. It's less than that, but we'll just add £1 onto the budget, and then we might mix in some of the original soil, and we'll go from there. Right, I'm going to time lapse again. Right, so I think that's pretty much as bare root as I want to take it. I know you can work on these this time of year, but my advice is to keep some of the native soil in there, so that any healthy sort of fungus that's been building it'll just help have a better chance of recovering. All I am going to do now, guys, the next step will be break the tree. As long as I keep this orange on here, I don't care. Anyway, so I'm going to just clip some of these circular roots and clean up what looks like that sort of algae type mess, and I'll be right back. So we can kind of see that actually some of these roots along here are quite dead, so I think we're just gonna chop the ones that are not alive just so that I'm not disappointed then when they eventually break off. And actually, this root here, although it's nice, it does kink, right? Can you see that? I'm showing you. Kinks there, so we'll just cut it off while these are blunt. So roots like that, they're never going to help us to create nice Nabari, are they? So that's why we cut those off. Oh, and you see, can you see this here? This one comes down and then around in. So we don't want that. Doing the tree a massive favour there. I think we'll leave it at that. So right, we could be here all day, so I think we're going to leave it about that. It's a fairly radial root structure, I'm happy with it. Next stage is to get it potted up, I think. Right, using tie-in wires from an old pot, in case you don't believe me. So as far as soil mix, just so you have an idea, I don't know, let's do 1 scoop of the original soil. Let's do 1 pouring of akadama, and then some of this sort of like fishing aqua grit, which happens to be very nice and colourful, which I like. I'm going to mix all that up, and I think that would be quite an adequate bonsai soil. Nice and free draining, but with nutrients, and yeah, it's a good mix of everything in there really. I'll move that out of the way. So now we've got some tie-in wires mounted up in the middle. We'll grab our tree, introduce that into the middle. Tree is now tied in, so you just pull and twist, pull, twist. So in strong winds, that tree's not gonna fall out of the pot instantaneously. So next will be to put, I think we'll reuse this doodah as a soil poker downer thing. Hello, story. Here it is in a new pot. Now we just need to reduce some of this foliage. Also, I've got to show you this clip that they used at the garden centre. It's cool, I've never seen one of those. So we might reuse that. So I'm just gonna enjoy the creative process. God, I can't speak now. And just trim back some of these branches, reducing 3s to 2s, unnecessary branches, probably making this into a gin feature. I don't know, but I'll be back with you in a moment. So there we are, guys, that was it. That was my entry to the $50 bonsai challenge. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you do, leave a like, comment and subscribe. All in all, this is what we ended up with. Lovely citrus tree. Done a little bit of wiring and extra pruning since the last clips that you saw, just to make sure that it's, you know, where it wants to be for the rest of the year. I love this tree. It's so different, it's so unique. I'm really happy with how it came out. Budget then, we actually came in under, so if we do the tree It's £30. The pot was £1.50. Reused the soil with some free soil, and we'll add £1 on for the akadama. Maybe just a sympathy pound we'll add on for fertilizer. Don't know why, but may as well. So that's £33.50. So that's pretty good. That's under budget. Shows what you can do with these trees even on a budget. There will be a part 2 to this video. I really like what Carlos has done, and I really like the trend that this has sort of started. The part 2 of this video will be other trees I have that I know have cost under $50 or 40 something quid. Right, lastly then, nominations. Who have I picked to do this wonderful challenge next? Okay, nomination number 1 will be Russ, or Bonsai Junkie. Definitely looking forward to seeing what you can do with that. I'll leave that up in your hands, mate. You go for it, see what you can do. Number 2 will be Sam at Broad Ripple Bonsai. That's a mouthful. Really nice guy. Third, I want to nominate a good friend, regularly comments on the channel and lets us, gives me his support, and that is Green Machine Sweden. Lastly, I know you're aiming to do 3, but we'll do a 4th, and I challenge Peter Chan of Heron's Bonsai to see what he can create with $50, which is about 42 pounds. That'd be really interesting to show what other beginners and amateurs of this hobby can do. So I'll leave that to you, Peter. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this at all, leave a like, leave me a nice comment, and if you're new, consider subscribing. All right, wherever you are in the world, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.